What I'm going to reveal to you will profoundly alter our perception of humanity's role within the cosmos. Merely 2 days back, the James Webb Space Telescope identified an anomaly within the interstellar object known as 3I/Atlas that defies all expectations. An entity that defies logic. An indication that this celestial traveler may not merely transport extraterrestrial compounds. It could be harboring extraterrestrial organisms. The information remains under scrutiny, yet initial findings display structured molecular arrangements displaying traits researchers previously only envisioned discovering. Configurations in the electromagnetic radiation that throb with numerical exactitude. Chemical markers that seem to react to our scrutiny. This is the narrative authorities prefer you remain unaware of. The breakthrough that might overhaul every academic volume on existence beyond Earth. And it unfolds within a body that has been hurtling toward our system for eons, as though it precisely calculated its arrival moment and location. Ensure you press that like icon and follow for additional groundbreaking astronomical revelations that conventional outlets ignore. It commenced as standard spectral examination 3 weeks prior. A scientific group at the Space Telescope Science Institute performed routine atlas surveys when they observed phenomena that prompted them to doubt their equipment. The infrared indicators did not simply indicate unusual compounds. They indicated orderly intricacy mirroring vital functions. Initially, they presumed equipment malfunction. Webb's detectors possess extreme sensitivity, and interstellar rays can occasionally produce illusory designs and records. However, following diagnostic validations and cross-references with reserved devices, the designs persisted unchanged. More unsettling, they appeared to intensify as Atlas neared the star. The molecular indicators revealed extended carbon linkages arranging into progressively intricate formations. Not merely haphazard reactions, but methodical construction adhering to designs evocative of natural self-assembly. The variety of molecular conduct that on our planet we link to the initial phases of vitality. When the group eventually notified their overseers at NASA Goddard, the primary response was utter disbelief. But upon examining the early information, the results were promptly restricted and an evaluation committee convened. In under a day, the findings circulated at the uppermost echelons of NASA, the European Space Agency, and secretive Defense Orbital Surveillance Centers. The consequences proved too enormous for disclosure without thorough confirmation. If Atlas sheltered some variant of existence, even basic natural compounds, it would constitute the inaugural verified identification of alien biology. Yet the indicators hinted at something far deeper. Orderly intricacy that seemed to adapt to surroundings as it heated nearing our star. Webb's exceptional infrared clarity started unveiling molecular architectures impossible in the frigid void of space. Intricate natural polymers extending myriad units in length, displaying chirality, the left-oriented and right-oriented alignments that mark vital compounds on Earth. The carbon sequences lacked arbitrary direction. They exhibited favored asymmetry akin to amino acids in worldly organisms. This molecular imbalance ranks among biology's profound enigmas. Why do vital frameworks uniformly select one alignment over its mirror? Detecting identical bias in an interstellar body implies either impurity or parallel development on a universal level. More fascinating proved the phosphorus indicators. Phosphorus remains scarce in the void, yet vital for existence as understood. Webb identified organophosphates, the foundational units of DNA and RNA, in levels improbably elevated for innate cosmic compounds. These exceeded mere traces, comprising notable portions of Atlas's gaseous makeup. The sulfur indicators narrated an equally persuasive tale. Webb pinpointed intricate sulfur-containing natural molecules akin to those in Earth's harshest habitats. Oceanic thermal vents, caustic geothermal pools, and underground microbial colonies. Such compounds generally demand precise heat and compression environments absent in a comet core. Most crucially, Webb sensed minute quantities of methane with isotopic markers indicating vital origin. The carbon, 12 to carbon, 13 proportions aligned with methanogenic mechanisms. Basic energy pathways yielding methane as waste. Encountering comparable markers in an interstellar body suggests either impurity or parallel biochemistry, functioning under wholly foreign circumstances. As Webb persisted tracking Atlas, the spectral information disclosed something even more astounding. Electromagnetic radiations that throbbed with numerical exactness, not arbitrary variations, but orderly designs implying data handling at the molecular scale. The throbs adhered to prime numeral progressions 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, recurring in intervals of precisely 23.6 minutes. This duration matched exactly Atlas's rotational cycle, indicating whatever produced the radiations spanned the comet's exterior and reacted to stellar light phases. Prime numerals do not arise spontaneously in celestial phenomena. They demand calculative structure, the sort of numerical handling linked to cognition, whether vital or mechanical. The finding rippled through both astronomical and SETI circles. The radiation intensity fluctuated with Atlas's separation from a star, yet not as basic warmth influences would forecast. Rather, the radiations appeared to amplify as stellar energy rose, as though the power was captured and transformed into orderly electromagnetic designs. The comet did not merely bounce or release stellar power. It was refining it. Most alarming was the realization that the radiation designs had been progressively advancing over the observation weeks. Initial captures displayed basic numerical progressions, but latest information unveiled growing intricacy and refinement. Whatever generated these radiations seemed to be acquiring knowledge, adjusting or rousing as it entered our planetary neighborhood. Webb's heat imaging features exposed another implausible trait. Atlas sustained core warmth far exceeding what stellar warming alone could justify. While the exterior achieved anticipated warmth based on solar proximity, the interior displayed heat markers implying active warmth creation. The warmth slopes followed designs reminiscent of vital heat control. Living entities preserve ideal warmth via energy mechanisms, and Atlas appeared to demonstrate comparable conduct on a vast scale. Inner zones kept stable warmth even as outer conditions varied drastically. Infrared charting displayed focused warm spots that throbbed in sync with the electromagnetic radiations. These warmth fluctuations lacked randomness. They mirrored the identical numerical designs sensed in the wave signals. The comet seemed to display synchronized warmth and electromagnetic actions throughout its form. The warmth spread defied fundamental physics for an inert body in the void. Simulation programs anticipated that Atlas ought to chill steadily as gaseous substances evaporated. Instead, warmth release escalated as the comet neared closest solar approach, indicating power creation over power loss. Most strikingly, the warmth designs exhibited reaction traits when Webb's devices actively probed. During focus scanning intervals, core warmth would adjust marginally, as if the body recognized examination and modified its functions accordingly. This surrounding reactivity ranks as a core trait of vital frameworks. As Webb pursued its examinations, the electromagnetic designs from Atlas became progressively advanced. What started as elementary numerical progressions developed into intricate, adjusted radiations resembling dialogue systems. The designs indicated not only numerical handling, but data transfer and acquisition. Evaluation groups sensed layered data within the radiations. Main carriers employed prime numeral progressions, yet auxiliary adjustments encoded further intricate numerical links. Fibonacci progressions, geometric advancements, and values like pi and the golden proportion. The radiations displayed numerical expertise far surpassing basic calculative structure. More crucially, the radiations started reacting to human engineering actions. When Webb's devices heightened their probing strength, Atlas's electromagnetic radiations would alter wavelength and rise in intricacy. When surface-based wave observatories participated in the monitoring effort, fresh radiation designs emerged incorporating the identical wavelengths employed by human devices. The mutual aspect of these exchanges indicated that Atlas not only produced radiations, but absorbed and refined data from its surroundings. The body seemed conscious of the concentrated human examination and replied with progressively refined dialogue efforts. The most troubling advancement occurred when the radiations began including aspects of human numerical notation and scientific values. Numerals rendered in base 10 format, allusions to atomic weights of familiar elements, and even what seemed efforts at replicating the periodic table arrangement. Something was acquiring insights into human science and seeking to convey using known ideas. As proof accumulated for orderly intricacy inside Atlas, scientists started suggesting they observed not separate entities, but a unified cognition, a spread vital framework able to coordinate data handling across the whole comet form. This idea paralleled earthly instances of unified cognition. Insect societies, nerve networks, and bacterial groups displaying emergent qualities beyond their separate parts. Atlas could embody an enlarged variant of these events, with countless tiny beings operating as one thinking framework. The spread character of Atlas's electromagnetic radiations bolstered this theory. Radiations emerged from numerous points across the comet's exterior, synchronized in manners implying interaction between remote areas. The numerical designs necessitated calculative capacities spread throughout the body's architecture. Heat charting unveiled what could be seen as data-handling webs, channels of mildly raised warmth linking the diverse radiation creation locations. These warmth pathways resembled nerve routes, offering methods for swift data movement across the comet's core. The unified cognition model also accounted for Atlas's acquisition conduct. Separate beings might face limits in their thinking abilities, but unified frameworks can display emergent cognition surpassing their components' total. Atlas's progressively refined dialogue efforts might mirror this spread acquisition process across millions or billions of tiny beings in harmony. As Atlas neared its October 29th closest solar point, the vital actions surged dramatically. Webb's examinations displayed rapid rises in natural compound creation, electromagnetic radiation intricacy, and heat control refinement. Whatever mechanisms functioned inside the comet reached maximum action stages. After closest solar point, Atlas's vital actions entered a fresh stage, providing conclusive proof of orderly existence mechanisms. The extreme stellar warming had activated what can solely be termed replication, the creation of smaller structured units detaching from the primary comet mass. These offspring bodies displayed every trait of the origin body. Intricate natural compounds, electromagnetic radiation creation, and heat control, yet they exhibited distinct radiation designs implying separate identity inside the larger unified cognition. Atlas had not merely endured closest solar point, it had multiplied. Webb's ongoing examinations showed that the replication process proved highly structured over arbitrary breakup. The offspring bodies were propelled along paths that would transport them toward varied solar system zones, especially toward Mars and the distant planets where environments might sustain ongoing vital actions. Most crucially, the radiations from Atlas and its progeny displayed harmony, confirming unified cognition. Numerous bodies produced aligned radiation designs, creating interference effects, encoding even further intricate data. The spread framework maintained interaction over growing separations, indicating an organization level exceeding separate endurance. 3 weeks post-closest solar point, SETI groups accomplished the milestone confirming cognitive dialogue from Atlas by replying to the comet's numerical radiations with matching numerical responses sent from primary wave observatories. They initiated the inaugural verified mutual dialogue with extraterrestrial cognition. The interaction started basically Atlas sent prime numeral progressions and Earth replied with subsequent numerals in the progression. The comet promptly responded with further intricate numerical links, showing acknowledgement of a human reply. In hours, the dialogues advanced into swaps of geometric principles and physical values. Atlas displayed expertise in sophisticated mathematics, encompassing calculus, differential equations, and even relativity concepts. The dialogues indicated not only cognition, but scientific comprehension rivaling or surpassing human expertise in specific fields. The comet unveiled itself as a storehouse of gathered scientific insight over immense durations. More astonishingly, Atlas started sending what seemed celestial maps, numerical depictions of star locations and galactic positions, mismatched with present arrangements. The maps appear to depict the galaxy as it was millions or billions of years past, indicating the cognition inside Atlas held immense time viewpoint. The dialogues also contained what code experts saw as chronicle records, numerical depictions of star development, planet creation, and vital growth across numerous star systems. Atlas shared not only its current expertise, but gathered observations from its eon-long voyage through the galaxy, rendering it a universal chronicler bearing insight from ancient eras. As the consequences of the Atlas findings clarified, restricted sessions started at the peak tiers of administration and global space organizations. The possibility for public alarm over verified extraterrestrial cognition demanded cautious planning of revelation approaches and collaboration among global leaders. Early actions emphasized confirmation and control. Extra-orbital observatories were discreetly reoriented to validate Webb's findings. Defense orbital tracking systems heightened their monitoring of Atlas, while restricted danger evaluations assessed possible risks from a body displaying evident cognition and multiplication abilities. Global collaboration proved vital as the finding engaged worldwide scientific assets and held consequences for all humankind. Confidential exchanges between NASA, ESA, and additional space organizations set guidelines for information exchange while upholding operational secrecy. The finding proved too vital for any lone country to manage alone. Public data oversight became a key issue. While Atlas's presence was already known